Slots are a tough game to innovate in. You have some rows, some columns, and a number of lines. Add in a spin and you'll find there's not a lot more to slots overall. Coming up with new and innovative ideas within the slots genre is hard, and especially impressive when someone manages to crack it. Because of the pressure this entails, we thought we'd celebrate some developers' imaginations with our list of the top 5 slots games. First up is the recently released Dazzle Me. Dazzle Me doesn't add much in terms of features, in fact it adds nothing at all, but shifts around the layout of slots, turning the certainty of your spins on their head. Instead of a usual 5x3 real layout, Dazzle Me features a 3x3x4x4x5 layout. Your chances of creating lines are increased due to the increased number of reels, whilst the potential combinations of icons are much more unpredictable and exciting. Combine this with NetEnt's trademark wild reels and twin spins dropping in at random, and you have a game that aims to deliver on surprises. It's been a tried and tested rule in business that combining ideas is a good way to success. Tablets and computers create tablet computers, sweaters and vests create sweater vests, bulldogs and shih tzus create, well, you get the idea. Slots and bingo are the big winners of mobile casinos, so of course they were combined to create Slingo. See what they did there? Slingo adds the excitement of slots with the tension of bingo. You start with a set number of spins and a bingo card. You spin in order to create lines of numbers, which if they match up to your bingo card, get crossed off like regular bingo. If you spin Joker heads, then you're given the chance to personally cross off certain numbers of your bingo card in order to complete as many lines as you can. It's hectic, random, with a touch of strategy. It brings all the excitement you could ever need in a casino game. Irish-themed slots are probably the most common trend in casinos. It seems an Irish slot is as necessary as a gambling commission license in order to operate a mobile casino. It's surprising then that one of our top innovative games bears an abundance of both leprechauns and clovers. Diddly Diddly Dosh 2 doesn't innovate in its main game, but instead offers many different minigames within the slot itself. If you manage to spin 3 clovers, then you get to play a bonus minigame where you have to capture as many clovers as you possibly can by timing your click to gain more prizes. You can even gain special clovers by timing your stop just right. On top of that, if you manage to spin a triple D2 icon, then the game takes you to a board game section where you spin a reel to land between prizes. By giving the player a constantly changing game experience, from spinning slots to then having to use their own quick reflexes to catch clovers, it adds a lot more player concentration and investment to what otherwise could have been just another Irish slot. Gonzo's Quest. We'd be lying if we said we weren't suckers for nice looking slots, and Gonzo's Quest certainly satisfies our shallower side. Starting with a CG trailer that sets up the story of the game, along with a wonderfully animated model of Gonzo reacting to your spins as you play, this slot was already trying hard to distract us from the game itself. Thankfully there is a good slot game here too, so you'll get spoiled twice over. In a similar vein to games like Candy Crush, Gonzo adds in the ability to make chains to your spins. Whenever you spin, if you have a line, that line doesn't simply get accepted then spun again. Instead, the blocks smash apart, dropping in more blocks that may also create a line and smash apart, letting in even more blocks. In this way, the game can chain together ridiculous combos of lines beyond what you originally span. Charming Gonzo aside, it's hard to care what he's doing when you've got a series of chains making you money because of one simple spin. This release is only from last week, but already it's caught our eye. This is such an original slot that it's hard to even call it a slot at all. The game has a similar system to Gonzo's Quest in that you can chain together combos after your original spin. Unlike Gonzo though, this slot doesn't use lines, but instead involves goblins that eat each other. Goblins can only eat goblins that are above them, with the unfortunate elevated critter falling into the open mouth below. Only bigger goblins can eat smaller goblins, so with every spin you need to have the larger goblins placed directly below the smaller goblins. Once a goblin eats 2 goblins, then it explodes and secures your cash. One simple spin can create a horrible cascade of goblins falling into the open mouth below them and being swallowed whole, before their eater then explodes from fullness. It's a much less family-friendly scene than Gonzo offers, but sadly we just can't pass up on an interesting slot concept. So, sorry. Anyway, that was all for this week's Top 5, and we hope you enjoyed it and will join us every Tuesday for further Top 5s from the gambling world. Feel free to subscribe to us, follow us on Twitter, or comment if you have any interesting slots you want to share. Links to our site and all the games mentioned are provided in the description below.